Hey everybody, Grayson here again from Grayson Stalby Financial Coaching. I'm here today to talk to you about the small business relief aspects of the stimulus package that was passed last week, also known as the CARES Act. Now, I'm pretty excited about this one. I've gotten a lot of questions about, hey, I'm a small business owner. What is out there that's available to me to provide relief during this crisis? And hopefully we'll be able to go through this and provide you some of that information. Now, everything we're going to talk about today was put together in a nifty little guide by the Senate Committee on Small Business and Entrepreneurship. And I'm going to provide the link to that document in the comments wherever you're watching that. So if you have any additional questions, you can reach out to me or just check out that link. All right, so we're going to talk about a couple of different things today. They can be grouped into two main sections. The first three are loans and grants that are available to help small business owners with cash flow during the crisis. And the last three are services and some small changes that the CARES Act has put into effect that, again, will help you, but not in a monetary sense necessarily. So let's jump right in. The first one is the Paycheck Protection Program loan. So just like it says, this loan is intended to help small business owners with payroll during this time of crisis. If you use it to maintain your payroll and you're able to actually do that, the neat thing about this loan is it's going to up to 8 weeks of your payroll costs are going to be forgiven. That means that's 8 weeks of payroll that you're not going to have to pay back. It's going to be paid for by Uncle Sam. Now, you can see the maximum loan size is up to $10 million. So you can take out more than the 8 weeks. And if you do, there are a couple of neat things that go along with that too. There's still no SBA fees, and you can defer payments on this for at least 6 months with a maximum deferral of up to 1 year. So these payback protection loans are available through the end of June. But the really neat thing is they're retroactive to February 15th. So if you're a small business owner that has unfortunately had to lay off some employees, either temporarily or permanently, or furlough them, this gives you the opportunity to bring them back and provide that back pay through February 15th. It was just incredible. One caveat is you have to have been in operation as of February 15th. So if you were founded after that, then this isn't going to be available to you. If you're interested in getting one of these loans, you can contact any current SBA 7A lender, and they'll be able to walk you through the process. All right, the next one is the Small Business Debt Relief Program. And guys, this one's incredible. This one's probably one of my favorite ones that they have here that is going to help you out with cash flow. So if you have a non-disaster SBA loan, and we're talking about in particular a 7A loan, a 504, or microloans, then the SBA is going to cover all payments on that loan for 6 months. That's principal, interest, and fees. That's going to free up a lot of cash flow for using one of these loans. And another really neat thing about it is this is available to new loans as well. So if you don't already have a non-disaster loan, you can pick one up now, and you're going to be able to have the SBA cover the first 6 months of payments, which is incredible. All right, next we've got the Economic Injury Disaster Loan and the Emergency Economic Injury Grant. That's a mouthful. All right, so the key point of this, so the Economic Injury Disaster Loan, that's a loan for up to $10 million to help you with working capital during a time of crisis. Now, this works hand in hand with the Emergency Economic Injury Grant. So the EIDL can sometimes take a little bit of time to get that money to you. And during a time of crisis, you need that working capital up front a lot of times. So the Emergency Economic Injury Grant is an advance of the EIDL. So you apply for your EIDL, and then you apply for your advance, and you can get an advance of up to $10,000 within 3 days, which is awesome. Another incredible thing is you're not going to have to repay that advance. So that's no matter how much of a loan you take out. And I think I said $10 million. It's actually $2 million for the EIDL. But no matter how much you take out, that first $10,000 that you get at the advance is going to be forgiven, which is awesome. And you can use this loan for a number of things, including keeping employees on payroll, paying for sick leave, and meeting increased production costs. So if your supply chains have been interrupted, and then business obligations, like rent or what have you. So another neat thing is this is available through the end of the year. So even if you're not feeling a crunch because of this COVID-19 pandemic right now, there may be some second or third level effects that hit you later on. And if that's the case, then you've got through the end of the year to apply for this. Right now, let's get into some of the other services that are going to be available to small businesses. Now, hopefully, if you're a small business owner, you already know about the counseling and training that's available to you through the small business development centers, women's business centers, and your local SCORE chapter. These are all free, low-cost counseling and trainings, which are just incredible. And if you haven't looked into it yet, definitely look in and see what's available to you there. What the CARES Act does is it's creating a joint platform to consolidate all of the information and resources that's available to small business owners related to COVID-19 into one central location. So whether you go to your local SBDC, your WBC, or your SCORE chapter, you're going to have the same information available to you that's being provided by the government, which it's awesome. You're not going to have to worry about getting wrong information or having to go to different places to get different things. Another aspect that I don't have written here is minority business development centers. So they're not available in every state yet, but where they are available, the CARE Act is providing additional funding so they can hire on staffers and create their own programs to guide their own clients through COVID-19 response. All right, so if you are a small business that's doing government contracting, then this is of particular interest to you. The CARES Act is allowing federal agencies to modify some terms and conditions of their existing contracts. And included in that is the ability to reimburse contractors at a billing rate of up to 40 hours per week for any paid or sick leave. So a lot of contractors and subcontractors are having trouble right now because they're not able to get to their site to work because they're being shut down, and they're not able to telework because of the nature of their work. So if that's you, reach out to your contracting officer and see what options are available to you right now. And the last one, we've got some small business tax provisions. The first one is the employee retention credit. And what this is, it's a refundable payroll credit that is going to be good for up to 50% of wages that you pay during the COVID-19 crisis. An important thing to note here is that if you're taking advantage of the Paycheck Protection Program loan, then you're not going to be eligible for this credit. All right. And then the other provision, it's a deferment of employer payroll tax payments. So what this does is it allows you, as an employer, to defer payments of certain payroll taxes through the end of the year, and that includes FICA taxes, railroad retirement taxes, and then half of your SECA tax liability. So again, these are deferments; they're not forgiveness. So you'd still have to pay these taxes eventually, but it's going to come due in 2 equal installments. The first one at the end of 2021, and the second one at the end of 2022. And just like that employee retention credit, if you're taking advantage of the Paycheck Protection Program loan, it's not going to be available to you. So you got to choose one or the other there. So if you have any questions about anything I just talked about, please feel free to reach out, reply in the comments below, or you can type in this link here into your browser, and that'll take you to my online calendar to schedule a free, no obligation 30-minute block of time just to talk about what's going on and what help we can provide you. Additionally, like I said, all this information I got from this information that was put out by the Senate Committee on Small Business and Entrepreneurship. And I'm going to put the link to this document in the comments as well. So check that out if you have any other questions about the specific things that we talked about. All right. Hope you all have a great day. Hope this was informative to you, and we'll talk to you later.